Okay, here we go. Hatha Yoga flow today. So come on into child's pose. Big toes together, knees a little bit wider than your hips, and then extend those arms long. And just settle your hips back onto your heels. Take big, full breaths. Through your back body. Stretch your arms just a little bit longer. And now to walk your hands to the left. Place your right hand on top of the left. That's it. And then switch sides. Bring your hands to the right. Left hand on top of the right hand. Bring your hands back to the center. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Arch the back, look up. Exhale, round each vertebrae one at a time. Chin into your chest. Inhale, lengthen. Arch the back, look up. Exhale, curl. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. And last one. Curl your toes under. Fingers are spread wide. Press yourself into downward facing dog and pedal your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Press both heels down and then really reach long through those arms and long through the backs of those legs. Looking forward, step your right foot forward, lower your back knee down, bend your right knee and really reach through the top of that left thigh. And then come back, keeping that right leg straight. I want you to think about pressing that foot nice and flat through the big toe all the way throughout the foot. And then begin to shift your right hip back. Okay, curl your toes under, lift that back knee off the ground. Bend your right knee more, and really think about stretching the left leg as long as you can. So you're really pressing long, you're pressing through that heel. And then put a lot of body weight into that right heel, but soften your toes. Rotate your back heel down, come up, bend your right leg, left leg is long, arms reach up, and sit heavier into that right leg. Tuck your pelvis under and try to get your chest parallel to the front. Slowly come down. Step that foot back into the plank. Hold it here. Activate your core. Lower all the way down. Press yourself halfway up. And then go all the way up if that's comfortable for you. We're going to keep our thighs down for the first part. Pull your shoulder blades back and look up. Curl your toes under and press back. Okay, look forward. Step that foot forward. Bend your knee. Release the top of your foot on the right leg. And really stretch through the front of that right thigh. Reach back. Stretch that leg straight. Pressing really heavy with that left big toe. And shift that left hip back. Come forward, curl your toes under, left your right knee. Be heavy on the left heel and straighten that right leg more than you think you can. Rotate your right heel down. Reach the arms up into the air. Square your body to the front. Bend your left knee. Tuck your pelvis in. Try to get your chest parallel to the front. Straighten the right leg more. Stretch the arms longer. And relax the grip of your toes on your left foot. slowly release. Step that foot back into a plank. This time, Chaturanga Tadasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Think of really pressing along through the arms, lengthening the backs of your legs more. Looking forward, step the right foot forward. Rotate your back heel down. Face the right elbow on towards your right thigh. And extend the left arm up into the air. Think about pressing the knee down and out to the side. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. You can look up towards the ceiling or you can look down. But make sure you're not gripping the floor with your right toes. Be soft in your toes and not heavy in that heel. Slowly rise, stretch that leg straight. Shift your body weight forward and stack your shoulders and stack your hips. Slowly rise. Place your hands onto your hips. Square your hips to the front. Step your back foot in a few inches. And then come down with a nice flat spine. Continue to press your right hip back. Pull your left hip forward. Be heavy in the big toe. And then relax the head. Try your best to continue to straighten both legs. Keep your left hand down, reach the right arm up if you want to. You don't have to twist if it's not comfortable. Okay, slowly release. Step back into a plank. Chaturanga Tadasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Looking forward, step the left foot forward. Rotate your back heel down. Bring your left elbow to your left thigh. And extend the right arm up into the air. Continue to bend that left knee. Think about stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips, straightening the right leg more than you think you can. Really opening up that front hip flexor. Slowly rise. Left leg straightens. Shift forward and come into Slowly release. Hands come down, step the back foot in a few inches. Square your hips. Keep pressing your left hip back, pulling your right hip forward. Lengthen your spine. Be heavy on that left big toe, but don't grip the floor with your toes. Keep your right hand down, reach the left arm up. If it's comfortable for you when you did it on the other side. Slowly release, step back into a plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Looking forward, step the right foot forward and lift the left leg up. So the leg is parallel to the floor. Square your hips. Lengthen your spine. Keep the right hand onto the floor and then begin to stack your shoulders and your hips, coming into half moon. Okay, square your hips. Press through that left heel. Slowly release. Step the foot back into a plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Looking forward, step the left foot forward. Come up into a standing split. Sometimes we fold our bodies down into the legs for this, and sometimes we lengthen. Today we're lengthening. Flex your right leg. Press through the heel. Keep the left hand down and stack your shoulders and your hips. Okay, slowly come down, square the hips, keep your right hand down. Begin to reach that left arm up. Press through the right heel. Stack those shoulders, long through the heel. Slowly release. Step back into a plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Looking forward. Step your feet forward. Straighten the knees. And shift yourself slightly forward so more weight is in the toes than in the heels. Heel toe your feet together. Soften your knees. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up. And face you. So feet together, knees together. Bring the palms of your hands together. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees and stretch the arms out. You can either stay here or you can reach the arms up towards your ears. Try to sit a little bit lower and back into the heels so that the toes are nice and soft. Tuck your rib cage in, don't hyperextend your low back. Bring the hands together, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, twist, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Try to get your thumbs into your sternum. Sit back a little bit farther and take deep breaths here. Slowly release. Heel toe your feet apart. Interlace your fingers around your big toe. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull. Release the hands, heel toe your feet together. Bend your knees, bring the palms of the hands together. Inhale, exhale, twist. Hook the elbow towards the outer thigh. Thumbs into your sternum and sit low. Slowly release. Heel toe your feet together. Soften your knees. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet together. Bring your heels together so everything needs to be touching. And then inhale, stretch those arms up into the air. Interlace your fingers, release your index finger. Squeeze the arms really tight against your ears, and then coming down to the side. Think about rolling the right shoulder forward and pressing the left hip forward so you're stacking everything. Lift your chin slightly and continue to press your hips in the opposite direction as the arms. Okay, slowly come up to the center. Switch the cross of your fingers. Inhale, lengthen, exhale to the other side. Left shoulder forward, right hip forward. Little lift of your chin and continue to press your hips the opposite direction of your arms. Squeeze the arms tight against your ears. Okay, slowly come up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop the head back. Let your head hang, arms stretch high up into the air, and then they begin to reach back. Think of lengthening your spine and lifting your chest. Slowly release. Release the arms. Bring the foot to the inside of your ankle, your calf, or up onto the thigh. When your foot is up, the first position is keeping your hips level. The hips shouldn't be hiking up into your waist, so settle that hip down first. The second is getting your hips parallel to the front. Notice if it's rotating in or out, it needs to be level. Then after that happens, you begin to take that knee to press it back. But that happens last, so the first two is getting that hip nice and level to the floor and to the front of the room. Palms of your hands come together. Keep them pressing tight. Don't let your hands come apart. You're going to stretch the arms up, and then you're going to reach them back. And this is more classical yoga, keeping your hands together. A lot of modern yoga, your hands come apart, but that doesn't help your shoulders release, and it doesn't work on the flexibility of the shoulders. So keep them tight, and then reach them back and press the palms even more together. Now tuck your hips in. Core is activated. Begin to press the knee back a little bit farther, and stretch the arms a little bit higher. But my hips are square, so work on that first, and then begin to press that knee back without affecting the hips, palms tight, and then stretch the arms up and back. Lengthen your spine. Don't grip the floor with the standing toes. Be soft in your toes. Slowly release. We're going to come into dancer pose now. Left foot up. Left hand up. Grab the inside of your left foot and start with your knees together. Take the right arm and stretch it high up into the air. And then begin to kick your foot into the hand. And as you do so, work on this back bend of the front of the body. The harder you kick your foot into the hand, the more you'll be able to work on the opening of the front body, stretching out the chest, the hip, and the core. Make sure your right knee is not locked. Slowly rise. Release that foot. Reach the left arm up. Right palm in. Grab the inside of the right foot. Knees together. The harder you kick your foot into the hand, the easier the balance will be. Kick out, kick up, and reach to the front of the body. Think of back bending. Okay, slowly release. Release that arm. Inhale, arms rise, look up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back into a plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Press back towards the legs. Eventually, the legs and the arms have the same amount of body weight, the same amount of pressure, so think about that. Reach the right leg up into the air and roll that hip open. Square the hip, bring the knee in towards the chest. Lower into half pigeon. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk out. Keep your hips nice and square. Make sure that left leg is going straight out of the hip and it's not curling in or out. You can either stay here, or if you're very flexible in your hips, you can walk your hands all the way out and lay flat. Okay, come up onto the palms of your hands. So you can either stay here in this position, or you can bend your back leg and reach back and grab the inside of your foot. Think about kicking that foot away from you and really lengthening that spine. Slowly release, curl your toes under, press yourself back into down dog, and press through. reach that left leg up, bend that knee into the chest, and lower into half pigeon. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come out. Slowly come up onto the palms of your hands. Lengthen your spine. You can stay here or bend the back knee. Grab the inside of your foot. Press the foot away from you and think about opening up that chest. Curl your toes under, palms flat. Press yourself into down dog. Come onto the knees. Slowly rise. Bring your hands onto the lower back, fingers face down. Press the hips forward. Squeeze your elbows towards each other and look up. Okay, slowly release. Come seated. Extend your right leg out. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, lift up and over. Grab the outer edge of your foot and float forward. Slowly release, opposite foot out. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, lift up and over and fold forward. slowly come up. Bring the right foot back. Make sure your heel is to your hip and your toes are flat on the ground. It's really important that your foot is not rotated outwards. It needs to be nice and square. And then tuck your pelvis under slightly, and you can go as deep as you want. I stop here, but if you can go farther, you can go back onto your elbows, you can lay all the way down, whatever is best for your body. Okay, slowly come out. Gently release that leg, don't go too quickly. And then bring the opposite foot back. Make sure your toes are flat, heel to your hip. Square your hips, flex your foot, and reach to the top of that thigh. Slowly release, come sideways. Open your legs nice and wide, and then fold forward. Pull your toes back toward you so it's very activated. It's not relaxed, it's very active. And then come as far forward as you can. Slowly do a side bend, opening up your chest, reaching long through your fingers. Switch sides.
Morgan, you disappeared. Can't see you or hear you. I think she dropped. I don't see her.
I think until she comes back, we could do that thing where you sit on your ankles and your heels. I think she does that towards the end. Yeah, that one.
The one that hurts so bad.
Yeah, that one. Do that one.
Oh, Lord. See, that's where you curl your toes under and then you sit that way. Yeah. Curl your toes. Yeah, that's the one that hurts. Oh, I'm not say we only do it for like 10 seconds. Morgan says she's trying to get back in. Hopefully she can dial back in. Otherwise, we're actually close to ending time. It's like 7 minutes before we end class, so I'm not sure. But I guess we can just do our own stretching until she can jump back in. Okay, guys, I guess I'll see you later. It doesn't look like she jumped back on.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.
You too.